Oh. Welcome to Unwind, guys. So for today, we're going to use our blanket, we're going to use our bolster substitute, and we're going to use a strap. So if you can have those handy, that would be awesome. And we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. If you like to have the support of your bolster under your knees, it's a lovely way to do it. So I'll show you how we can come into that. Also, if you'd like to have something under your head, a blanket's lovely here too. So go for that, and then bring yourself down onto your back. You can draw your heels together and let your knees gently open out to the sides with that support of the bolster. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. And if you like, your palms facing up, outstretched, keeping open through the chest, keep that. Or if you'd like something a little more to open up through the upper body, try bringing your arms overhead. See how that feels for you today. And then close down the eyes. Take a couple of big sighing breaths in through the nose. Take another big one like that. And let your breath be gentle and natural from here. You can use these first few moments of class to soften down your thoughts. And gently invite the thoughts back into your body, the sensations of the body. Just simply noticing without judgment. Noticing how it feels to be on the mat. Feeling all the points of connection with the mat. Back of your head, wherever your arms are landed, your spine, your hips, your feet. Just do a bit of a stock take, noticing where your body's at today. We'll take 3 expansive breaths here. Beautiful, guys. Let's take a little bit of movement from here. Keeping the legs where they are. Bring your arms down alongside your body, palms facing down. Just a reminder before we get moving, as always, I really want you to feel into your body and pay attention to what your body needs. So move slowly, move with that attentiveness, and take it just gently, finding the depths through each move that really serves you. So from here, big inhale, take the arms up over the shoulders and land the hands behind you. Opening up the heart here, getting a little gentle arch in the back, and release the breath, bring the palms back down next to the hips. And take a few more like this, getting a bit of movement through the shoulders. Inhale, arms up overhead, land the back of the palms down. Exhale, the palms reach the ground, nestle next to your hips. Take 3 more. Inhale, big breath, expand the chest. Exhale, release. 2 more, gently moving with your arms and your breath aligned. Last one. Of course here guys, just knowing if it doesn't really feel great going all the way over, you might bend into the arms and just soften, come a little lower. You're taking what feels right for you. Let's take 1 more for good measure. Inhale, arms up towards your height, your depth. Well done, guys. We'll start to move into a little bit of opening for the chest and rotation through the shoulder. Take the prop out from under your knees, but keep it towards the side of your left hip. So we won't be using it straight away. We need a little bit of room to bring our knees over. Actually, I will suggest actually, if you feel you like to have a bit of support under the knees, you could be landing your knees onto the bolster. But otherwise we're coming into a little curl into ourselves. So both knees over to the side or onto the bolster. We're actually bringing both arms to meet each other here too. So if you do have that cushion under your head, that can be lovely. You might even want to wrap it up a little, make it a little bigger. I'm going to take our open book here. So as we inhale, we reach the top arm up and over, opening up through the chest. And trying to work towards landing that arm towards the ground to the other side. And release, bring the palms back together like a big clap. Inhale, spread open, peel the chest open. Exhale, release. Good, guys. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one to stay. Inhale, open up through the chest. And then keeping the shoulders connected to the ground while holding in this twist. So getting this opening through the chest and through the spine. Your gaze might fall towards the extended arm to the right. If it feels better for your neck, you're welcome to keep your gaze straight ahead as well. Take 1 more big deep breath. Beautiful. To release here, rather than coming back to the hands together, just bring yourself onto your back. Bring the bolster or your cushion up close towards your left hip. And then we'll extend the left leg out towards on the ground in front of you. Squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. We're coming into another twist here. We're going to use the left hand to help draw the right knee across the body. And this time we want to land it onto that bolster. So find that nice support, and then you can extend your right arm out again. So a bit more of a nice supported twist here. You can let the leg fall, it can stay bent, or if it wants to hang out over the bolster, be kind of intuitive here. Two more breaths, team. And then gently release, bring yourself through center. And we'll take all of that to the other side. So maneuver yourself around, pop the bolster off to the right side of the mat. Before we use it, we'll come into the open book on this side. So we'll bring both knees down to your right, and you'll bring your arms like a clap out in front, curling over to yourself. You can use your pillow under your head here. Take an inhale, open the arms, spread the arms, and come into your twist. And try to work that left shoulder towards the ground. Inhale, hands come together. Open again. Inhale, peeling open through the chest. Exhale, bring the arms together. 2 more. Inhale, spread open. Exhale. Last one to stay. Inhale. Good. Open up through the heart. And then relaxing here. Find the spot for your gaze, maybe over the extended left arm or straight in front. Final deepest breath. To release, bring yourself onto your spine. Readjust anything that needs it. We'll bring the bolster close to the right hip. Start to gently walk out the right foot towards the front of the mat. Bring the left knee in, give it a bit of a squeeze here. And then using that support of the right hand, draw it across the body to land on the bolster. And then you can adjust, maybe shimmy your hips around, take your left arm out. And hold it here, notice how it feels on this side. Hold for a big deep breath. Well done, team. Good, releasing, coming back through center. Just pop the bolster away so you've got a bit of space on either side. And from here, we're going to make our way to roll over onto our navel. So you can do that by shimmying, just bring yourself onto your belly. If you'd like any adjustments or support here, one thing I like to do is just pop a blanket under my hips so I have a bit of padding under my navel. Also helps if you have a really big curve in the lower back to sort of lengthen out through the tailbone. And just make any adjustments that you need. And then from here, we'll bring the forearms to tap onto the hands. So make a little pillow for your forehead. Bend up the knees, or just gently window wipe side to side. Loosening off the lower back. And then release. We'll take a dancing cobra. So we're going to bring the hands alongside the rib cage. Press up onto the finger pads, and it's quite a wide stance here. Now we're going to lengthen the tailbone down towards the mat behind us. Lift up through the heart space, and then drop the left shoulder in as you gaze over your right shoulder. And move through side to side. So right shoulder drops in, gazing over the left. You can keep moving through here, coming up as far as serves you. Maybe you stay quite low. Or maybe you press up a little more and get a bit of a stretch through the front body as well. few more rounds of breath, about 2 more rounds each side. Good work, team. You're just loosening up through that shoulder. Good, make sure you're feeling even Stevens. And then release down. We'll take a little sway again through the knees, bending up the knees, swaying side to side. Then we'll take our pec opener. So we're going to do this with our arm in a right angle. I'll get you to bring your right arm out, keeping the wrist in line with elbow in line with shoulder, so nice right angle. And then use your opposite hand to come and nestle in close to your body, to your ribcage, and we use that to press open. So we're looking for that opening through the pecs. So to do that, we press into the supporting hand, press the body towards the side of the room, and find where the ear lands. Now, if you find that it's sort of hovering in space, you're welcome to pop something under there. It might feel nice just to let the ear rest on the ground. And the top leg also could be hovering behind. Could also be bent and placing the sole of the foot to the ground. You choose how deep you go here. This supporting hand can be used to really press open. And we're looking for some space through the chest, the pectoral muscles, the shoulder. If you want to ease off this a little, you come a little more forward, the navel facing towards the ground. If you want to go deeper, you press the body more open. Lovely, guys. Hold here. 2 more breaths. And very gently roll through center. We'll just have a moment here, bringing the forehead to the palms again, bending up the knees, and take a window wiper. Let's take our second side, team. So find that right angle in your opposite arm, and then use your supporting hand to help press your body open. Find how deep you need to go on this side. And maybe that top leg is hovering in space again. Maybe it's bending on the side. And don't be alarmed if you find big difference side to side. Final 2 breaths. And gently roll yourself forward. Good. We'll make that pillow out of the hands. Rest the forehead. Bend up the knees and window wipe. Good work, team. From here, we're going to take a quad stretch. So option to use your hand, option to use a strap, or option 2, not use any anchoring at all. So we're going to want to have that strap handy. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bend up through the left leg and draw the heel towards the bottom. And we're reaching back with the same hand, maybe grabbing onto the inner side of the foot or the ankle. An option could be to use your strap here. So you could do a couple of things here. You could reach behind and place it on the foot and then bring yourself forward from here. You can also just wiggle yourself up if you need a little bit more space to grab onto. And then you'll have that handy, so as you come down, you can grab it from the other side. Once we're in the shape, what we want to do, whether we're using the strap or the hands, what I'd like you to do is just make sure that the knees sort of stay together so they're not splaying apart. And think about lengthening your tailbone down, so gently taking the curve out of the lower back. So it means that we keep the knees together and we keep the stretch through the front of that thigh, that hip. And you can start with the forehead down. And you might gently start to press on up into the forearm and think about continually lengthening the tailbone down behind you. So when you're ready, guys, come on into that. And if you don't want to use a strap at all, you can just try this variation where it's quite gentle, quite subtle, and you're drawing the heel towards the bottom. So as you're ready, grab onto that foot, draw the heel to the bottom, lengthen the tailbone, knees stay in line with each other, and maybe gently pressing on up, lifting up out of the forearm, tailbone lengthens, and holding. So you can hold there gently. Good work, guys. I just had to come and have a little view, make sure everything's good. Cool, guys. Final deepest breath. And then very gently, without slingshotting, you're going to gently place that foot down. Forehead comes down. And your little window wiper side to side. Now before we take the other side, we'll bend into the left knee so that the leg's towards a right angle. And then we'll bring the forearms together again and bring the elbow, left elbow closer towards the left knee. And then just relaxing down for a moment. Take 2 big deep breaths. Lovely, guys, gently release. Good, and we'll wriggle out if you use the strap and we'll take it to the second side. You can start with your forehead down again and see how it feels to bend up through the right leg. And explore reaching back, grabbing somewhere around the ankle, maybe the inner side of that leg. Bring the knees together, lengthen the tailbone. See how it feels down here on the ground first of all. And then you can be gently pressing on up. Pressing the pelvis gently into the floor. Continue lengthening the tailbone, looking for the opening through the front of the right thigh. And release at any point if it feels like that's what you need, especially if you feel anything through the knee joint. It's quite a deep flexion through the knee. So you definitely want to move with awareness. Last deepest breath. Gently, gently release. No slingshotting. Good, and we'll take our little rest pose to the other side. So you'll bend into the right knee again, and then take your forehead to your little pillow or your ear, and bring the elbow towards the knee, and then rest. Final breath. Lovely, team. And from here, bring ourselves up onto all fours. We'll take a couple of rounds of cat and cow. If you like to have padding under the knees, go for it. Just take a little bit of movement for the spine. So check that your joints are nice and stacked, feeling supported and safe. As you inhale, drop down through the navel, offer the heart space up, stretch out through the belly. Reverse chin to chest, round your spine. Inhale, dipping the navel. Exhale. Last one here, guys. Inhale. Exhale. From here, either a child's pose or a melting heart. So if you're going child's pose, your knees are wide, heels are together, sinking hips back to the heels. If that feels good for you through the knees, through the hips, you can stay there, extending the arms forward, forehead tapping to the ground. And another option is to stay up high, hips over knees, and then extend the arms forward. Just choosing one of those that feels good for you this evening. And then from wherever you are, either up on your hips, your knees over hips, or in your child's pose, we'll take a thread the needle. So press down through the left finger pads and peel open through the right arm, reach to the ceiling. And thread the arm through and under. So we're going to look to land the outer shoulder and ear, so the right side towards the ground. Let's take this from the front view too. What we're going to do is keep the hips fairly centered, and we can use the top hand as a bit of an anchoring and press down and anchor to thread the bottom arm through, finding a nice twist through the spine. You can definitely be doing this with your hips over your knees too, if you're not going deep into the knees tonight. Final breath here. Good. Unravel. So to do that, we'll just peel that arm up to the ceiling, and we'll replace the hand, switching sides, peeling open through the left, and then threading the arm through and under, landing the shoulder and ear towards the ground. Again, the top hand is maybe an anchoring here to press open, helping the hips to stay centered if they're above knees or over hips. Final deepest breath. Pressing into the right hand, peel open through the left. Well done. And bring yourself up onto your bottom. We're going to sit in a comfortable seat for a moment. Sitting upright, guys, if you'd like to pop your bottom on a prop, go ahead and do that. We're going to take a little bit for the neck here, so just loosening up through. If we've been sitting at the desk all day, this can be really nice. Get comfy on your sitting bones, so you're lifting tall there. Start with a couple of shoulder rolls. Take the shoulders up to the ears and then slide the shoulder blades down the back. 2 more like that. Inhale. 1 more. Good. Bring the hands to the shoulders and we'll take some circles with the elbows. We'll start to make little circles and then we'll make them a little bigger, giving that full rotation through the shoulders. And we'll take a couple in the opposite direction. Good, 2 more. Beautiful. Release your hands to your knees. We'll take your left hand and place it in towards the small of the back. So the back of the palm towards the small of the back. It's already starting to externally rotate this shoulder. And then we'll take the opposite arm out and then gently, gently draw the right ear down towards the right shoulder. You definitely don't want to use any yanking here, so very gently finding some space down the left side of the neck. Take another inhale, smooth exhale, and keeping the hand, but draw the gaze down towards your right pocket, to the right side of your hip. Continually keep the hand to the back of the base of the skull and keep it gently drawing the chin down to the shoulder. One more breath. And to come up, lift the gaze, bring the gaze back through center and release the arm. Good. Release both arms, give the shoulders any kind of wiggle. We'll take the second side. So take the right palm into the small of the lower back. Left arm out and then gently draw left ear down to left shoulder. Hold for another breath. Beautiful, guys. Bring the gaze down towards that left outer hip. So changing gaze, keeping the gentle grip of the hand. Final deepest breath. Good. Lift up the gaze, bring it through center, release the arm. Good. Give the shoulders that little wiggle. We'll do a little bit of pressure for your traps here. So we'll take the fingers and place them onto the right side of your neck, so opposite hand. And on that top fleshy part of the neck, start to take some little circles, a bit of pressure, just gently loosening up that tissue. You're being quite intuitive here, just doing what feels right. Big breath. Now walk the fingers up towards the base of your skull. We'll just do this from the side. So from this fleshy part, the top of your back, top of your shoulders, start to walk the fingertips up towards the base of the skull. And back down to the bottom. You can be circling, you can be taking just pressured steps. Just for one more breath. And we'll take the second side. Switching over sides, switching over hands. To find that fleshy muscle that sits on the top of your shoulder there. Give that a little bit of loving. Some little circles with your finger pads. And close down the eyes and just really feel into what the feedback is from your body, from these muscles here. And then we'll begin to travel up towards the neck. It can feel a bit funny from one side to the other. Just paying attention. One more deep breath. Good, and release, guys. We'll take the arms out and then bring them to clasp behind your head. Good, we'll gently bring the chin to the chest. Put a little bit of pressure of the back of the head against the hands and take a gentle sway side to side. If there's any points here that feel particularly sticky or sensitive, you can hold there. And take a final breath. And come through center. Good, and then last one here, guys. We're going to take our thumbs or our peace fingers. I'm going to take them to the base of the neck here, the base of the skull. So you can try with your fingertips or your thumb, find what feels best for you and give it a little bit of pressure here. Now you can gently press your head against your fingertips or your thumb. We're kind of at those little groove at the base of your skull. And then we're going to drop the head gently back. Just do this from the side. I'm going to use my fingertips here. I've just got a bit of a better grip there. I'm just going to hold them there, gently put some pressure head against fingers, and then start to gently lower my head back. There's a little bit of muscular strength from the upper body, from the arms to hold you here, but the head is feeling really soft. Hold here for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the head through center, release the arms. Beautiful, guys. We're going to make our way back onto our spine. We're going to have our strap handy. And there's one thing we'll do to set up for a little heart opener before we come down. That's your blanket rolled up. So if we take a blanket about the width of a yoga mat and then roll it so we have this kind of height. And then it's going to nestle nicely under the base of our neck. We're going to get that nice natural curve in the neck here. So we're going to keep that and we're going to have our strap handy. And gently lower yourself down. And you've got that lovely support for your neck. It's that natural curve of the neck. It should feel pretty comfy here. If you find it's a little too big, feel free to adjust. I do want to have that sense of restoration and support here. And with your strap, we'll take this around the ball of the left foot. And open up through the back of the leg. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Keep them soft on the mat. You can keep a bend to the knee here, especially if you have anything sharp, any tightness, super sharpness behind the knee joint. We want to keep that safe, so definitely keep a softness. And we're looking to draw the thigh towards the chest. And maybe start to walk out your right leg. See how that feels through the front of that hip. I've got 2 more deep breaths here. Beautiful, team. We'll take this into a reclining pigeon. So rebend the right leg if it's not already. We place the sole, the left ankle over the right knee. Now you might find that that's enough there, if you're getting that sensation of opening through the outer left hip. Or you can, of course, reach through and draw your right leg closer towards your body, using your hands or your strap. You could be clasping on the front of the shin or behind the knee and the hamstring. Keep your left ankle joint flexed. And keep the lower back nice and connected to the mat. Final breath. And gently releasing the grip, placing the right sole to the ground, unhooking the left and bringing that down too. Take a moment here to feel what's going on in your body. Nice, team. And now set up for the second side, right leg towards the ceiling. A strap can come around the ball of the foot. Gently draw the toes down towards the face. Find that opening through the back of your right leg. Keeping your shoulders soft. You're welcome to extend out through the left leg. You'll get a bit of an opening through the front of that hip there. Scissoring action through the legs. And remember, keep a softness behind the knee if that feels best for your thigh, your leg today. From here, team, gently rebend into the left knee, left sole of the foot to the ground, and cross the right ankle over the left knee, reclining pigeon. Checking if you're getting sensation enough here, or if you'd like to go a little further. Reaching through with hands or strap and drawing the left leg closer towards the body. Keep your right ankle joint flexed here. Take your final deepest breath. Beautiful, team. Gently release. Both feet to the ground. And we'll set up for our final resting shape. So if you're happy here with your neck supported for these final few moments, just stay here. You might keep your knees where they are with the knees bent, soles of the feet to the ground. You could even drop your knees into each other. It's quite a nice sort of release for the lower back. You could also take where we started with Supta Baddha Konasana, heels together, knees open. And then palms wherever they feel best. I'd like to suggest bringing them to the navel. And just feeling that connection of your breath in and out, drawing life-giving energy through the body. Let your breath be natural, gentle. And this is the time for total stillness. You keep inviting your mind, your thoughts, if they're wandering back into your breath, sensations of the body. Three deep breaths from here. If you'd like to sigh it out with me, feel free. Inhale through the nose. Last, most expansive breath. And to gently make our way to a comfortable seat, you can draw your knees over to one side, curling in like a little ball. Make it a smooth, slow, gentle transition. Maybe even keeping your eyes closed. And then come into your comfortable seat. Final time, rolling shoulders up to the ears, slow them down the back. Bring your hands to a prayer, to your heart, bow gently to yourself, and just take this time, give yourself thanks for carving out this time, for honoring your body with this movement. And can you take this kind attentiveness, this gentle compassion to your body throughout your week? Namaste, team. Thanks, lovely ladies. Great to have you. I feel quite cozy now. It's like all dark and time for chilling out.